that out over there. So it's not a thing of me having the issue with her. My only issue is why you leak my numbers. It ain't no thing, oh, I want him and he's married to you. And it's not that. I'm a girl's girl. So when it comes to like that, that's not it. We all know that Remy was already out here having her little boy toy or whatever friend. He done came out and done said it that they were in a relationship 2 years.
Wow.
So
And I'm a trained killer. Literally, like, fuck boxer. I'm a trained killer. So it'll be like, they be talking about this girl, and it's like, I don't do no 30-second fights. 30 seconds? I'm gonna wear your ass out. Listen, you give me 3 minutes with any of them girls, it's gonna be bad. Two minutes, it's gonna be bad. That's why I'd be like, what the hell they be talking?
I strongly believe that sometimes people need to fight it out. Because talking doesn't do it. Sometimes you can talk. Like if it's a certain situation, you could talk to a person. You express how you feel. They express how they feel. Y'all come to a mutual agreement that y'all either don't agree or you might start seeing it from another person's point.
Welcome back to my channel, where the drama never stops and the streets are always buzzing. This time, everyone is shook, and Remy Ma is out here angry, and not just in her bars. Rumor has it that boxing champion Claressa Shields tried to take things too far by sending some people Remy's way. Not for a friendly conversation, either. It was a setup gone wrong, and now Ray is reportedly lying in a hospital bed. Yes, you read correctly. This beef is beginning to turn into a full-fledged street war. Remy and Clarissa's internet feud has been smoldering for a while, and it's all connected to the one name that remains at the center of it all: Papoose, Remy's ex-girlfriend Clarissa's new Melissa. And Remy attempted to make it sweet by suggesting that they settle it in the ring with real gloves, real hits, and real punishments. But guess what? That never occurred. Instead, rumors are circulating that Clarissa supposedly took a riskier approach. According to sources, she didn't want to fight Remy in the ring and wanted her gone. The alleged move sent some people to handle the situation, but they failed to reach their target. And now, there is chaos. Rumors are circulating that Remy Ma ended up in the hospital as a result of all this chaos. And people are talking loudly on the streets and claiming that this wasn't just a random incident, but rather a personal one. But let's take a moment to go back in time and see what actually started this fire. Remy Ma was recently seen returning to her hometown and going about her usual business. The original line goes, "Album B, say something. If I want your man, I'll take him." Best took to the stage, joining Trey Songz and Connie D for a live performance of their Ghetto and Ratchet remix. However, she changed a key bar throughout her set that left everyone gasping. However, while performing live, Remy changed it to, "I'll take your man if I want him." Fans didn't even miss a beat when she delivered that icy stare, tone, and smirk. They thought she was hurling the bar straight at Clarissa, especially since Clarissa had been posting about Papoose everywhere, as if she had permanently claimed him. That change in stage didn't feel like a lyric anymore. Rather, it felt like a warning, a threat, and a message that was as clear as Remy's, stating, "Yeah, I see you, but I still got pulled." And shortly after Remy threw the cold bar during her live act, it could have been the last straw for someone who feels taken advantage of in public, especially someone with hands like Clarissa. In a film that has gone viral online, Claressa Shields came out swinging with a freestyle of her own, and trust that she wasn't just dressing up. Clarissa appeared to be filming the video for a street war bomber jacket, check trucker hat, and dark shades when she drew up in front of a fancy automobile. Verify again. Her entire appearance was perfected, but as soon as the music began, Clarissa began to rap and brand herself a face spiller. Let's not mince words. Who else could do that? Possibly aimed at someone other than Remy Ma, given the lyrics and delivery were smoking directly. The internet was clearly trying to send a message loud and clear when Clarissa flexed hard, talking about money stacks, elite tax brackets, and how she's way out of reach for her so-called haters. However, this is where things went completely wrong. People were ridiculing her everywhere, with one person saying, "It's given I want to be Remy so bad." Comments began to pour in faster than a trending hashtag. Someone else wrote, "This whole look feels like a Remy Ma starter pack down to the flow." Another person stated, "Clarissa wants to rap in front of a crowd after we witnessed Remy body the stage at MSG. Vehicle as if it were 2006. People began making fun of her and suggesting she should stick to boxing since the bars weren't safe. Indeed, one remark that went viral read, "This freestyle is trash." When Clarissa appeared later, on her Instagram stories, her face said that she knew the streets weren't rocking with it. What she intended to be a clapback only served to fuel the comparisons and make her look extra pressed. But now this little war of words may have gone too far after that freestyle bombed and social media went crazy. Remy got the last laugh without even trying. Shift, and quickly, rumors began to circulate that Remy Ma had become embroiled in a major situation. The word is that she hasn't been spotted in public for a few days, and there have been no stories since. There was total silence at the same time that rumors began to circulate. People are now saying that Clarissa, who has strong street roots in Flint, Michigan, may have sent some people Remy's way to handle things in person. The chatter says it went wrong, and now people are saying Remy ended up in a hospital behind whatever happened. Is any of this confirmed yet? No, but the timing has everyone talking, from studio beef to possible street chaos. Isn't your typical celebrity shade? It's becoming intense. Let's now discuss the actual pressure that underlies everything. When you combine street loyalty with a bruised ego and public humiliation, anything can happen. That's the energy surrounding the Remy Ma and Claressa Shields situation because, despite people's perceptions that Clarissa is only a boxing glove champion, they obviously forgot that she has influence far beyond that. This isn't just fists, it's strategy, connections, and power moves that don't leave fingerprints, and this is where things get really disrespectful. As the internet tries to piece together what might have happened with Remy, guess who's out here sipping drinks poolside like he's on a honeymoon? Yes, Papoose. He's been spotted vacationing with Clarissa, all smiles and soaking up the sun like nothing crazy just happened. Everything is out here looking stress-free with the same woman she's beefing with now. That's cold. The internet saw those vacation pics and immediately put two and two together, saying that while Clarissa may have flopped with the bars, she's obviously winning something else because she has the man, she has the last word, and she's moving like she's untouchable. Meanwhile, Remy has vanished into thin air, with no Instagram updates, no public appearances, and not even a cryptic post. Let's be honest though, as she's known for speaking her mind and clapping back quickly, especially when the heat is on. Others believe she's just preparing for a nuclear comeback and waiting for the right opportunity to change the entire narrative by being cautious and avoiding the spotlight. Yet this is what people keep saying. Even though Clarissa has received some social media taunts, she should remain vigilant because Remy Ma doesn't make idle threats. She has a real past, a solid reputation, and a mind that plays chess rather than checkers, and she has been imprisoned. Before. Her movements make it obvious that she isn't afraid of returning if pushed too far, which is what makes this whole situation 10 times more intense. Isn't just lyrics or clout moves anymore. This is real-life tension with real repercussions. Clarissa might have sparked something far larger than she anticipated if she had misjudged who she was working with. Interview.
Came up every day. Every visit. For the first year, he came literally every single day. When you're in a match, you have a visit every day, except it alters on the weekends, on Saturday or Sunday. So literally the first year, he came every day. It's about 45 to an hour, depending on traffic.
So he was running up there every day, like coming up there.
Yeah, so like I mean, it got to a point where I had to tell him like, yo, like I'm good, I'm alright, like. And I guess like when he believed it, that was alright, and I was like, he was like, alright, cool, and then he'll come like a little bit less, he'll come like 3 times.
Let's avoid being naive here. This isn't just a casual fling drama. We're talking about years of history, emotional scars, and a bond that was forged while Remy was in prison. Now that Remy and Pap have a child together, it's not just about love anymore. It's about legacy, and that's family. If Remy feels like Clarissa is stepping into that space, threatening the only real peace she's known, it's not unreasonable to think she could take it to the extreme. And by extreme, we mean fatal attraction. Levels of severe because she has already experienced everything. Therefore, the attitude may be, I got my baby, I want my man back, and I'll clear whoever stands in my way. Let's be honest, even though Clarissa may have the gloves, Remy has something much more impressive, and that is the willingness to go all the way now for anyone who is still out there who believes Remy is just making noise and won't go there. Wake up and let's take a little journey down memory lane. This woman is not new to high-stakes situations. In 2007, Remy Ma served time, and not for trivial reasons. It rocked the market. The entire incident occurred outside a Manhattan nightclub. When Remy confronted Makita Barnes Joseph, accusing her of stealing money from her purse. Rather than resolving the matter verbally or leaving, Remy pulled out a piece and she claimed the trigger was accidentally pulled, but the courts didn't believe her, and she was charged with several felonies, including illegal weapon possession and attempted coercion, which resulted in a full-blown prison sentence. 8 years is the harsh reality. It's not a rap cap.
That I can be to you. Stop playing these social media games. People get hurt every day from playing on social media. Brittany, you're 4'10", baby.
What does that mean?
That means that you're really little. That's what that means.
I don't care.
It's kind of impossible to be with the when you're 4'10".
However, this energy doesn't end with her. In 2021, her own son was arrested in connection with a shooting incident that tragically claimed a life. As soon as the news broke online, people were overwhelmed, with inquiries about what was actually happening in Ray's home, because it was giving Bonnie and Clyde a younger version of her mother-like energy. Perhaps this isn't just a difficult image. The family has been dealing with real-life legal battles and street-level tension for years.
Ma, her son is charged with first-degree murder.
Hypothetical.
There's not a
Well,
hypothetical.
not hypothetical,
He's
but how
charged.
you say he's not?
He's charged. He hasn't been convicted of it,
Right.
but he's charged with it. You know, which makes it very sad, you know, because remember, she went to prison for shooting a girl over a money dispute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying that even 50 Cent attempted to raise the red flag. And when 50 of all people tell you to calm down, that means the danger meter is already in the red. That's what happened. According to blogs, Clarissa has been acting recklessly lately, pushing for Remy's location like she was about to enter a sanctioned boxing ring. However, this isn't a gym brawl. This is real life, so 50 had to intervene and pull her aside. Maybe not literally, but loud enough to be heard on the back channels, and essentially warned her that she would get the blip. If you follow through on and someone like 50 Cent says something like blip trust, it's not just a dramatic warning, it's based on experience. This man knows the streets, the beefs, and the funerals that follow when people don't back down. Clarissa may have assumed she was entering yet another rivalry with a rapper, but Remy Ma isn't just any rapper. She has a real track record, literally and legally, and we're talking about someone who's survived jail, been in the trenches, and still has ties to the terror squad. Some of the same people who rode with Remy back in her come-up days are still faithful, still out there, and very much still active, while Clarissa's still uploading videos from the gym out here. She's attempting to maintain her fighter reputation and flex her jab, but it's delivering celebrity beef rather than street-smart movements. Remy is playing chess, not checkers, even though she may not be getting back online. Rumor has it that Remy isn't hiding anything. She's planning a calculated scheme. Insiders say she's been acting like an investigator, looking through call logs, screenshots, dubious direct messages, and even interviews to find out who has been talking. She's been gathering information, observing trends, figuring out who is hanging out with Clarissa, and piecing together all the pieces because she wants it to hurt when Remy moves. Rumor has it that Remy had a close friend who remained neutral during all of the Papoose-Clarissa drama, or so she believed. But now that friend has allegedly given Remy a digital file containing screenshots, message threads, location drops, and pretty much everything she needs to make her next move. This means that while Clarissa is doing podcasts, posing in gaudy bomber jackets, and sparring on camera, Remy may be putting together her own Netflix-worthy revenge plan. Think low-budget 2 documentary, but with real receipts, real motives, and real heat behind every move. If you know anything about Remy Ma, you know that when she's quiet, it's time to be afraid because she doesn't like to vent. Unclean laundry merely to get attention, Remy's quiet behavior usually indicates that something is about to blow up. But this is where things get really serious. Rumor has it that some people believe this whole situation may be a full-blown, planned-out plot to remove Remy from the picture forever, which is betrayal with a capital B. Consider it. After a minute of Remy and Pat moving rocky, Clarissa abruptly enters the same circles as him, grinning and cuddling. The entire atmosphere seems strange right away, and then the action fast forwards. Remy is publicly humiliated and vilified online, and the next thing we know, someone is supposedly trying to get her out. Who stands to gain if she leaves? The big question now is whether it was actually a hit, or even just a threat that got too close. Remy is no fool. She's been through the system, has time, and knows how this game works. She might not run to the police, but the feds may already be watching without a single call from her. Meanwhile, rumors are circulating that Remy has secretly brought in a private investigator and that one of the people allegedly connected to this hit has already flipped and dropped names. Clarissa has also been acting very differently lately, canceling appearances, changing her security, and allegedly even receiving legal advice behind closed doors. And if Remy or anyone close to her provides concrete evidence that Clarissa assisted in planning or pushing for anything violent, prosecutors could be after her very soon. We're talking serious hate conspiracy charges, attempted harm threats in DMs or texts, and yes, everything counts in court. Even intimidation or witness tampering could tip the scales, costing Clarissa everything, including endorsements, bookings, and her entire reputation, especially if people start to believe she targeted another woman, a mother, or a public figure. Remy Ma, really brave enough to approach someone like Remy and Pap? Is he merely observing from a distance, or could he be the mastermind behind this entire chaotic love triangle gone wild? Share all of your theories, thoughts, and receipts in the comments section right now. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and remember to enable notifications because this story is far from over. I'll see you on the next one, my stars and hushers.